Hello everyone and welcome to our Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen Gamescom livestream. My name's Jono, I'm the Senior Community Manager at Capcom Europe, and to my left we have Patrick, who you may recognize from other Capcom streams in the past, and he will be translating for us today. And of course, we have a very, very special guest. We have the Director of Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen, Kento Kinoshita.
こんにちは。よろしくお願いします。
Hi everyone, nice to be here.
Kinoshita-san, it's awesome to have you here at Gamescom. I hope you're having a fantastic time. How are you finding it so far?
Gamescom に来てお気持ちはいかがでしょうか。
初めてこんな大きな会場でゲームズコムに来たので非常にワクワクしてますし、カプコンブースで2 Dark Arisen 遊べるのでぜひ遊びに来てください。
This is actually my first time at Gamescom, so it's been overwhelming to see what a huge scale the event takes place at. And of course, as you know, we have Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen playable on our booth here, so anyone who's able to make it here to Cologne, please come and give the game a go.
Absolutely. If you're in Hall 9, you have to come over to the Capcom booth and get your hands on Dark Arisen. Now, on today's stream, we're obviously going to be chatting about Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen, but we're also going to show off some gameplay. We're going to be taking on a powerful foe from the expansion, Fimbl the Ice Dragon. Now, before we get into that, though, Kinoshita-san, could you please give us an overview of what Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen is for the uninitiated?
ではダークリズンのことを知らないユーザー向けに簡単に概要を説明してもらえますか。
はい、2 Dark Arisen には3つの要素があります。忘れられた滅んだオードと忘れられた試技と追加エディットパーツ、この3つの要素がワンパッケージになっている追加 DLC です。
Yeah, there's kind of three main pillars to the expansion. Firstly, we've got the new two sections of content. One is the new Norgan map area, which is appearing in the Fallen Kingdom. The second is the Dungeons of Lost Rites, which are being added to the original area. And thirdly, we've expanded the popular character creator. So there's new edit parts, hairstyles, tattoos for you to create your Arisen and main pawn with.
That sounds very good.
また滅びのオードでは戦闘や探索でさまざまなレリックを手に入れられるシステムが特徴になっています。
The main sort of feature of the new Fallen Kingdom content is the loot-based relic gameplay cycle, where you'll be able to pick up all kinds of relics during your adventures and see what gear you can get. So hope you look forward to it.
I very much am. And thank you for the overview. And on top of that, when creating an expansion like this, have you approached it to make it welcoming and accessible to those new to Dragon's Dogma 2 or pick it up when the expansion arrives, as well as keeping it challenging for existing fans?
こういうコンテンツ作るときに新規ユーザーも入りやすくしつつ、既存ユーザーが歯ごたえのあるチャレンジが遊べるようにどのようにバランスを調整したりするのでしょうか。
やっぱりコアなゲームファンでいてくださる方たちには新エリアでチャレンジングな戦闘を楽しんでいただきたいですし、新しく始めてくださるユーザーさんにもアップデートで遊びやすくするアップデートを行っているので、その2つを並行して遊びやすくコアなチャレンジもできるというアプローチを取ってきました。
My approach has been to try and make sure that alongside introducing new meaty, challenging content for existing Dogma veterans, for all our Arisen out there, that new players who are maybe thinking this is a great time to get into Dragon's Dogma 2, for them we've been updating the main game with improved quality of life features. We've already had one update and there's another one soon to come. So I think that by doing those two different approaches, hopefully both kinds of players will find something for themselves in this new update.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. And kind of following on from that, were there any particular focal points from the base game of Dragon's Dogma 2 that you really wanted to build upon with Dark Arisen?
本編の方から拡張してダークリズンで作りたかった要素などありますでしょうか。
そうですね。基本的には全く新しい体験を楽しんでいただきたいという思いはあるんですけれども、拡張要素として力を入れているのはやはり戦闘をカスタムスキルセットを今後4枠から6枠に増やすんですけれども、そういったアップデートも込みで、多彩な戦闘カスタムスキルいろんなノルガンで取れる新しいスキルも含めて、多彩なスキルセットをしてお気に入りのジョブであったりポンを連れて戦いを楽しんでほしいというところです。
In addition to having the brand new feeling of the frozen wastelands of Norgan that are being added to the game, I wanted to build on the Dragon's Dogma 2 combat system. As we've previously mentioned, we'll be bringing the number of weapon skills you can set at any given time from 4 up to 6. And I think that that's going to bring a whole new range of tactical possibilities to the combat, whether it's vocations that you're already using for yourself or your main pawn, or whether you want to maybe try out a new vocation. There's just going to be so many more possibilities.
Sounds like a plan. And on top of that, I think it's time to get stuck into the gameplay. You know, Fimbl's waiting for us, so let's not keep them waiting. And we are doing this live as well, so hopefully I can beat Fimbl nicely. So here we go, and Fimbl is down here as an advanced quest. Now this is what, if you come to Hall 9, you can play here at Gamescom as well. So if you think you can do better than me, you can come and give it a go. Now, here are the vocations you can select specifically for this demo. Now, I am a thief main. I love my thief, but I also like casting, because there's nothing like magic in Dragon's Dogma 2. So I'll be playing the Sorcerer for today's demonstration.
頑張ってください。フィンブル強いです。
Fimbl's quite a tough enemy, so best of luck to you.
Thank you. I'll try to do you proud. And here we are. We are in the Bjorken stronghold for this, and I'm joined by Ellie, who is our thief. We have May, the mage, so she'll be supporting us, and Leo, who is already looting, and he is our warrior. Now, as you can see, there is a raging blizzard here. Kinoshita-san, what impact does the blizzard have on players, and how can you kind of overcome it and get around it?
もう猛吹雪みたいな環境になってるんですけど、
はい、
ユーザーの体験にどういう影響をするようなものでしょうか。そしてなんか対策とか必要でしょうか。
はい、ノルガンではこのような吹雪が舞うような寒い気象に遭うことがあります。で、プレイヤーはやっぱ寒いので凍えてしまう。で、動きが遅くなるというイメージでスタミナの上限が緩やかに減っていくというリスクがあります。
Yeah, whenever you come to particularly cold regions of Norgan, such as this blizzard that's happening right now, it isn't just for show, like a pretty effect. You're going to notice that your character starts to move more slowly, they start to freeze up, and actually your maximum stamina will gradually start to decrease.
Oof, I'm glad I've got some protection.
もちろん対策も可能ですよ。
Of course, there are things you can do to ameliorate that.
Now, Kinoshita-san, what can you tell us about the boss we're about to fight?
これから挑むボス戦のことについて、
はい、
少し触れてください。
はい、ノルガンを代表するエネミーアイスドラゴンとの戦いです。非常に強力な魔法と気象を操る力を持っています。
This is yeah, an extremely tough dragon enemy who's kind of the face of Norgan, if you will. It's the ice dragon Fimbl. It's able to use extremely powerful ice magic on you, as well as weather-based effects too.
Trying to get a nice start there, and making the most, obviously, the new 6 weapon skill slots. And while we're here, Kinoshita-san, what's your favorite vocation?
今、ジョノが使っているのは魔法使いですけど、木下さんの好きなジョブは何でしょうか。
僕はプライベートでもよくプレイするのがファイターですね。スラッシュ&ボードの攻撃、アクションが好きなのでよく選んでます。
When I play for fun, I like to have the fighter. You know, simple is best for me, and for me, sword and board works perfectly, so I stick to the fighter.
And clearly, Fimbl here has some very powerful attacks, but luckily I do have equipped the Magic Barrier, which is a new core skill for mages and sorcerer. How does that work exactly?
今回新しく追加されているスキルを使っているんですけど、どういうものなのでしょうか。
あ、そうですね。マジックバリアは今回次のアップデートから入るんですけれども、レスポンスよくバリアが張れるのと、あらゆる攻撃を防ぐことができます。
So yeah, I think you were referring to the new magic barrier skill that you're going to be able to pull off. This is something that's being actually added in the next update, and it's a really useful defensive skill that you can use to protect yourself and your party at a moment's notice from really powerful attacks.
And I'm just going to pop a Grand Schism there. Now, you may have noticed me using Grand Salamander as well, those in chat. I'm not going to tell you how they're improved, so you're going to have to pay close attention to see how these enhanced versions of the skills behave. Uh-oh, uh-oh, no, 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 no. That was close, that was close. How would you say the fight's going so far, Kinoshita-san? Who's Who's your gold on?
これまでの戦いを見てどうですか？ジョノが勝つか、フィンブルドが勝つか、どちらになりますか？
今のところフィンブルの方が有利ですね。
At the moment, my money's still on Fimbl. I have to be honest.
Fair. It looks like this is a silence attack coming in, so I need to get moving because I do not want to be silenced as a caster. That would not be too helpful. Oh, ouch! Oh, Nilby in there, its mouth.
プレイヤーの皆さんが戦うことになった時はフィンブルは炎の攻撃が有効なので炎のスキルを使っていただきたいのと、ここはやっぱり吹雪いてる場所なので寒さ対策をして挑んでもらえることをお勧めします。
For anyone who's going to take on this challenge at Gamescom or later when Dark Arisen is released, I have two tips for you. One is to try and use your fire attacks because being an ice dragon, those are going to be very effective against him. And secondly, as you mentioned earlier, the weather effects are really going to slow you down and debuff you. So make sure before you start this fight that you've taken care of the cold and that you've got something to deal with it, or else it's just going to get worse for you.
So prepare or prepare to fail.
Exactly.
寒さをしのぐには装備を着たりアイテムを使ったりキャンプでご飯を食べるなどさまざまな方法があります。
There's a few different ways you can deal with the extreme cold. One is through gear, another is through curative items, and the third is when you eat a meal at camp. It gives you some protection against cold for a while.
チャンス
There we go. Here we go. Let's get that heart.
You have a chance here.
I feel like I should have gone for a grand sizen there.
使う技間違えたんじゃないかな。
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Move. Okay, there we go. I didn't want to cancel it. I was committed. On that note, when will players expect to encounter Fimbl when they play the expansion?
実際にうちでエクスパンションを始めたときにどのぐらいの時間でこのフィンブル戦が登場するのでしょうか？
遊んでくださる遊び方にもよると思うんですけれども、割とノルガンのストーリーの前半でこのフィンブルと戦うことができます。
Once you reach Norgan, the Fimbl battle appears quite soon in the content, so you won't have to wait too long to take him on.
But you want to gear up to get ready for the freezing blizzard.
その前に猛吹雪に対策できるような防寒グッズとかも装備しないといけないんですよね。
そうですね、ノルガンには、拠点がある小さな村のようなところがあるので、そこで防寒に強い装備を作ったりレリックから入手したりとそういう方法がいくつかあります。
Yeah, exactly. You're going to be at the settlement in Norgan first when you get there, so that'll be a good opportunity for you to try and craft some gear that will deal with the cold, or maybe find some relics and see if you can get some good drops from that. So you can prepare before you meet Fimbl at the settlement.
This looks like a big attack. Let's see how much damage it does. Oh, I was protected by the mage. Thank you, mage. I appreciate you.
Mage
no. Let's magic barrier.
Magic barrier.
Let's go. Protect me.
Okay.
We're good.
Great.
That's a strong skill.
Great.
So my stamina took a big hit, but I took no damage because I could absorb those blows. Kinoshita-san, is it the harder the blow, the more stamina it takes off you?
フィンブルの攻撃の強さによってスタミナが多く減るような感じなのでしょうか？今のマジックバリアの仕方。
マジックバリアを使っているときは敵の攻撃をブロックしてくれる代わりにスタミナを消費するようになっています。
Yeah, so in exchange for the fact that magic barrier protects you from having your HP damaged, it does give you a stamina reduction. It's kind of a trade-off. So
Yeah.
You're giving up stamina for the fact that your health is remaining intact.
あと
Very handy.
フィンブルは今ストーリーの敵として戦ってますけど、ドレイクのようにノルガンのフィールドではここ以外にも出会う敵となります。
So this is the story encounter with Fimbl, the one you'll encounter near the start of your adventure in Norgan, but just like Drakes in Dragon's Dogma 2, there will be other opportunities for you to come across and fight Fimbl during your adventure. So it's not just this one time only.
Oh, I've got no stamina anyway. Ow. I'm glad I've got heals. I was like, I need my magic barrier. But we did get the Maelstrom off, so, we traded blows. I think fair's fair there. And we're going to get another Grand Salamander off. Uh-oh. Cancel. Barrier. Oh, I wasn't quick enough.
体力が減ってくるとフィンブルも激しく動いたりより強い技を使ってくるので注意が必要です。
As you've probably noticed by now, the harder you push Fimbl and the more health you take off of it, it actually gets tougher and fights back harder and harder as the fight goes on. So you're kind of in that end phase of the battle where he's really coming at you.
He's rather enraged by the feel of it.
もう相当ご立腹のようなんですね。
Oh, this might be a good. And you can see the missiles up there as well. Oh! Let's go, grandson! Go, 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 go! I should have aimed for the chest. I went for the head.
おお、いいですね。
Nice.
Nice work from the pawns. I appreciate that very much.
いいチームワークでしたね。
Good, good.
Oh, I didn't have enough to stop that one. So magic barrier is strong, but it's not like a cure-all solution.
まあマジックバリアは強いんですけど、何でもかわせるわけではないんですね、100%。
あ、そうですね。もちろんタイミングにもよりますし、ちゃんと的確にバリアを張らないと防げないです。
Yeah, exactly. Also, it's largely a matter of timing. If you don't get the magic barrier up at the right time, you might still take a hit.
Let's see, does it protect me from status effects? No, so it will not protect you from status effects.
今のようなステータス攻撃には無効なんですね。
そうですね。
あくまでも HP ダメージに対してのバリアだと思っていますね。
はい、そうです。
Exactly. It's a barrier against HP damage, not status effects.
See, I take these hits, so you, our faithful Arisen, don't have to.
皆さんの教育のために今の攻撃を食らったわけです。
本当ですか？
Are you sure about that?
It's entirely planned, I assure you.
Fully intentional?
100%.
100% 意図的です。
Oh,
おお、でも
I
あ
did
とちょっとポーンが。
誤算でしたね。
no, Leo!
字幕も出てますけど。
He's okay, everyone. So, other than preparing, is there any other advice you'd give to players against Fimbl?
フィンブル戦において、防寒を先に対策するというのはあったんですけど、他に何かアドバイスありますか？
そうですね。やっぱり炎のスキルを有効活用してほしいんですけど、もしくは、ポーンに炎のエンチャントをつけてもらって攻撃するなども有効です。
Yeah, in addition to the cold weather effects we mentioned, you could use your fire-related skills or have your pawn enchant you with the fire effect on your existing weapons.
Good for those speed
lots of
warriors and
options.
fighters and mystic spear hands. And we're victorious here, so first of all, let's get that loot. Let's get some loot here, and it even appears that we have a clear sky now. Interesting.
もう吹雪が青空に変わったんですね。
そうです。この場所で吹雪を起こしてたフィンブルを倒したから吹雪が収まりました。
Exactly. We defeated Fimbl and suddenly that blizzard cleared the way to blue skies. So read into that what you will.
You know, I'm really glad I had those stock curatives for the Gamescom demo, and obviously to my pawns, a round of applause. They were incredible there.
回復アイテムも助かったんですけど、ポーンたちのおかげなんですよね、今の戦いは。
見てましたよ。
Yeah, he saw everything. He knows it was the team effort.
It really was. And obviously we've picked up some relics, so we need to get those appraised. So we're going to go over to the Norgandian settlement now. And something I noticed when I picked up the relics, which I'll show in a second, is they seem to have a level attached to them. So let's have a little look at those. We'll go over here. Did I jump past them? I did. So here we got 4 relics. They're level 2 on the ancient long weaponry, level 2 on an ancient bow staff, and level 2 on an ancient helm. Kinoshita-san, what does the level mean?
異戦品を入手して早速鑑定しに来たんですけど、レベル2という表記がいくつかあったんですけど、そのレベルの意味合いとか仕様について少し教えてもらっていいでしょうか？
はい。手に入る異戦品にはレベルがあります。武器防具両方レベルがあって最大5段階までレベルが存在します。なのでストーリーを進めてより新しい強いエネミーだったり新しいエリアに行くことでより高いレベルの異戦品を手に入れることができます。
Yeah, so when you get a relic and it's appraised and you have received either a weapon or armor, they all have a level on them and there's a maximum level of 5. So the further you push into Norgun and the stronger enemies you defeat, the higher chance you have of getting a higher level drop, which then means a higher level and stronger weapon or armor.
That's cool. So the harder the challenge, the sweeter the reward.
はい、一番強い敵ですとか一番苦しい戦いほどもらえる戦利品も、遺産品もレベルが高いチャンスがあるということなんですね。
そうですね。その遺産品につく性能もよりユニークな、なかなか手に入らないレアリティの高いものが手に入ったりしていきます。
Exactly, and not only will they be higher level, but the chances of having more unique skills attached to them goes up the further you go in and the harder the enemy. So it's worth it.
The build crafting is going to be insane. Now we have our loot. We're doing this live. It's the moment of truth. What are we going to get? We're going to use some rift crystals now to open our loot, and we have a material. We have a mage's staff there. We have a great sword by the looks of it, and we have a arch staff as well, and we have a piece of armor. Now I'm just going to go over them again so you can have a look. You can kind of see the special skills attached to the weapon and some passives as well. Now I'm not going to be revealing those or what they are. It's up to you to have a little theorizing and think, what could this mean, like Saurian counter? And then we have obviously some skills there. So yeah, very, very interesting. Striking resistance 1. So there's passives and skills on there. But what I will do, because we've got Kinoshita-san here. Kinoshita-san, do you have a favorite new or enhanced skill or passive on a piece of gear in Dark Arisen that you're willing to share with us? Just between us.
今回の遺産品についてさまざまなスキル今画面に出たんですけど、個人的にこの追加スキルとかこのスペシャルスキル、パッシブスキルはすごくいいなと思っているものがあれば教えてください。ここだけの話で大丈夫です。ネタバレにはならないです。
いや、配信で流れてるんでここだけは難しいんですけど、後半のユニークなアビリティはちょっと伏せておきたいんですけれども、僕はファイターがよくプレイするので、カスタムスキル EX の円月切り EX というスキルは、スピンが6回転できるので非常にこの周囲の敵を一網打尽にできるような動きがしてフィニッシュも気持ちよくて僕は気に入ってます。
Something tells me that what happens in the streaming room doesn't just stay in the streaming room, and any secret side tell you will go beyond this room. But so I won't say anything about the skills you can get towards the end of the expansion. But as I said, I'm generally playing as a fighter, and I really like the upgraded spin attack because it lets me spin up to 6 times and cause a lot more damage. So that's one that I always find really fun to use personally. But as for the deeper level ones, you're going to have to wait and see.
Spin to win it is then. So something to look out for when you get to jump into Dark Arisen from October 9th. And with that, I think that wraps up our gameplay segment. So we're going to hop now to full camera because we have more questions for you, our amazing Arisen, in chat. So I'm going to pick this back up now. So, Kinoshita-san, we've done some gameplay, we've answered some questions, you've given us some juicy new bits of info as well, so thank you very much for that. But what are you most excited for players to see and experience in Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen?
ゲームプレイもお見せしましたし、いろんなこと聞けたんですけど、これは一番ユーザーが体験するのを個人的に楽しみにしてますという要素は何でしょうか？
そうですね。ノルガンの体験すべて新しい体験なので楽しんでほしいんですけれども、今回ダークアリズンという名前をつけているので、そのストーリーの結末、なぜダークアリズンっていうネーミングになったのかっていう結末にも注目してほしいです。
Of course, everything about Norgan is one big feature I want people to experience. It's a brand new area, nothing like what you've seen before in Dragon's Dogma, but apart from that, as we've chosen the name Dark Arisen for the expansion, it gives you an indication if you're familiar with the past game, something about the nature of the storyline. But I'm looking forward to players getting their hands on the game and going through the story and really discovering the implications of that name to the fullest. So lots to look forward to.
Ooh, a question that gives us another question. But anyway, we'll leave that there. That's for you to discover. So the community response to your recent confirmation that the ability to change the appearance of your gear will be unlocked via a quest chain in Dark Arisen, or as you might know, if any Monster Hunter fans in the chat, like layered armor for Dragon's Dogma, that's been received incredibly well. So thank you everyone for your feedback on that. But I hear you can also unlock a wolf companion in Norgan.
最近ユーザーが聞いている嬉しい情報としては、装備の見た目だけ変えるシステムが告知されたんですごく喜んでいるんですけど、他に狼というコンパニオンみたいな要素があるという噂があるんですけど、一体どういうことなのでしょうか？
そこの画面にも映ってるんですけれども、 ノルガンの集落には狼がいて、お肉を与えることで遺産品を探しに行ってくれます。連れ出すことができます。
I don't know if we can see the gameplay screen on the stream right now, but in the settlement in Norgan, you'll find a wolf.
Should we switch back to the gameplay?
Yeah, because you can see him in the corner of the screen there. So if you make friends with the wolf by feeding it some meat, it will actually go out into the wilds and you can follow it and discover relics. So it's a very useful companion.
Wow.
あと、撫でれますよ。
Oh, you can pet the wolf.
There you go. You can pet the wolf. That's incredibly cool. And thank you for the extra confirmation there. That is a nice surprise. And just a couple more questions. We've been speaking a lot, obviously, about Dark Arisen today. So a lot of our viewers will be wondering, when can I access the DLC? When can I play this content? So could you let our viewers know when they'll be able to access both the Lost Rite dungeons as well as the Forsaken Domain of Norgan when Dark Arisen launches?
本編の進行につれていつ頃からロストライツの方とノルガンの方に挑むことができるんでしょうか。
はい、本編のストーリーのすごく序盤からアクセスすることができます。ベルンワース城の夜の酒場のベルントというキャラクターと会話することでアクセス可能です。
It's pretty early on, actually. As long as you get through the opening sections of Dragon's Dogma 2 and get to Vernworth, and then you visit the inn at nighttime and talk to Brant, everyone's favorite NPC, then he will offer you the quests that give you access to the content. So you don't have to wait too long if you're starting the game afresh. And if you're already through the game, it'll be pretty much there waiting for you.
Oh, fantastic. So win-win whether you're going in with a fresh Arisen or, once again, if you're kind of midway through the game, you can just jump back there. You've not missed like a checkpoint as such and gone past it.
Great.
Wonderful. And with that, we are in the closing parts of our stream. But Kinoshita-san, is there anything else you want to share today or say to our audience?
今日は一旦最後になるんですけど、
はい、
ユーザーの皆さんに伝えたいメッセージなどあればどうぞお願いします。
はい、ユーザーの皆さんがこれで終わるなよドラゴンズドグマ、待ってるぞ信じてるぞカプコンっていう応援をいただいてこの DLC を作ることができたので本当に皆さんのおかげです。感謝しています。ありがとうございます。
Firstly, I'm really grateful to the passionate fan base because it was you guys constantly banging on about wanting to have more Dragon's Dogma 2 that really pushed the motivation of the team to create additional content. So we've kept you waiting, but not too much longer to wait now, and thank you for your patience.
と繰り返しになるんですけれども、カプコンブースで To Dark Arisen 遊べるので、ぜひ遊びに来てください。
And just to remind everyone, if you're coming to Gamescom in Cologne, Germany, you can play this quest and 2 others right here on our booth. So please come along if you can and give it a try.
Exactly. We are here in Hall 9. You can't miss us. There's a giant glowing Capcom logo. So do come by. And I'll probably be here as well. So come say hi and play some Dark Arisen. And with that, that wraps up today's Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen stream. Of course, Patrick, thank you so much for your lovely localization. Really, really appreciate it. And of course, to our very special guest, Director of Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen. You know that already, though. Kento Kinoshita, thank you so, so much for coming by and sharing more information with us. And for those, obviously, we've seen all the questions and the excitement for the title update in chat. Thank you. Honestly, your passion is amazing for all of us. That is coming soon. We know soon is a vague date, but it's coming soon. We've not forgotten about it. Don't you worry. And we can't wait for you to get your hands on it as well. And of course, Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen is coming to PC, PS5, Xbox Series XS, and Nintendo Switch 2 on October 9th. So please look forward to it. And if you've liked what you've seen today, drop in a pre-order. You also get some sick Norgan gear that you can make use of the new layered armor system as well when the expansion comes out.
And if you pre-order and haven't started the main game, you can start it right away.
Exactly. There is an edition where you will get the base game and then that you can get expansion ready. And there's going to be this tile update soon, which will make the game even juicier. And with that, though, thank you all so much for tuning in. Alas, the wind is pushing us, so we need a ferry stone away, but thank you all so much for tuning in. I've been Jono, he's been Patrick, and this has been Director Kento Kinoshita. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you. ありがとうございます。